Am I a ricer? Well, in today's video, that's what we're gonna be talking about. I think rice or ricer has become less of a derogatory term in recent times, and it's becoming more acceptable. I think that it's because people are taking the term rice and manipulating it from kind of that, you know, crazy, weird body kick kind of stuff. And I believe that's because a lot of the stuff that we used to call rice is kind of coming back. Just like I believe David Patterson had brought up in a different video that a lot of body kits and wings and lips and stuff are coming back, you know, from whenever the early 2000s or whatever, when all that stuff was popular. It looks entirely different. You know, we have better fitment now and everything, so it's quite different, but it's also kind of the same, where it's a lot of fiberglass body kits and stuff like I had talked about previously. But in this video, I'm not gonna be talking about what a ricer is or what makes you a ricer or whatever. It's just gonna be on whether or not I'm a ricer. I don't really care what the definition is. I don't really care whether or not I am. I'm just gonna keep doing me, and whatever people wanna label me as, I don't really care. But anyways, let's walk around the car and we'll see what is considered rice. So obviously one of the biggest things that would make you a ricer is a huge spoiler. This spoiler obviously isn't massive, but it's pretty big. And then in addition to this, I have a duckbill, which, you know, isn't functional. It doesn't really do anything. So essentially it is kind of rice. And then I've got this massive diffuser, which just like the rest of the stuff is really just for cosmetics. It doesn't really do anything. I've got these fender flares, which don't really do anything besides just cover the wheels. And the wheels have massive camber. I've got some aero with the side skirts in the lip, and then we've got this oil cooler. Each one of the things that I just pointed out are by definition race-inspired cosmetic enhancements, which is rice. If that's what your definition of rice is, then yes, this car is rice. But now, does this make me a ricer? I built the car like this, and this is what I wanted the car to look like. So I don't know if that makes me a ricer. When I call someone a ricer, it's most of the time because they're revving their Honda or being obnoxious in a car meet or something like that. So my definition of a ricer doesn't really mean that they're ricing out a car. It's the person themselves that's being like obnoxious or whatever, and, you know, revving their fart can Miata or whatever. Whenever I drive this thing, I'm actually quite calm. I very rarely rev it, and I'm usually in the highest gear as possible because I actually hate the way it sounds in high revs. You guys are welcome to discuss this in the comments. I'm sure you guys are going crazy by now. But anyways, I believe that this car is rice. But I believe that I am not a ricer. I don't really care whether or not I am or not. I just don't consider myself a ricer because of what I consider to be a ricer. But anyways guys, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and peace out.